I guess luckily, Sofia Coppola came calling.
She did.
Tell me how you won that part. I believe, let's drift back to drinking. The deal was sealed in the Hemingway bar in...
By the way, I would love a drink right now. That's not bad.
But no, I mean, that must have been, you know, a revolution. I mean, that must have been a real...
That was crazy because you know, I was sort of coerced, not coerced, wrong word, but I was sort of gently suggested that I should act, or, you know, I'd done drama at school, I'd done youth theatre outside of school. It's not like I was alien to acting. But once the modelling was really kind of happening quite a big way, I was meeting all kinds of people who were saying, like, wait, have you thought about acting? And I was, yeah, I've thought about it, but it's one thing to think about it, it's another thing to fucking make a living out of it and really, you know, go for it. So I'd only just got an agent. I got an agent on a Tuesday, and I had my first ever audition on the Thursday, and it was for Marie Antoinette with Sophia, but not with her yet, with a casting director in London. Obviously went all right, flew me over to Paris, had another audition with a French casting director, and the whole thing was, if that went well, I'd meet Sophia and Ross Katz, the producer, at the Hemingway bar at the Ritz in Paris that night. I got a call saying you need to stay in Paris and go to the Hemingway bar, and so I met them that night. It's all off my first ever audition. I'm sitting here thinking, this is going to be a great life. You know, this is an easy... I'm off to an absolute flyer here. And then barely worked for about 8 years after making it. But like, I realize how incredible that, you know, most people are doing an episode of Doctors, or something, no disrespect to Doctors, or if you've been in Doctors, it's actually quite a decent show. But but I didn't have to do it that way. I got in. Sophia literally just won the Academy Award for Lost in Translation the year before. It was at Sony, so it was a studio picture. Kirsten Dunst. There was all these fucking amazing elements to it. And I just swanned in as if like I was ready for it, but I wasn't. And then I proved that by not really working for a long time after.
Well, you did, mate. You may have not worked for a long time. I'm sure you're, beavering away. I mean, then, to great acclaim, some years later, we have The Fall. Mm-hmm. I guess how did it feel when, the reception of that show was just fantastic, critically and with audiences? Did you feel, again, this is I've made it moment?
Yeah, it was nuts. I don't think it's hyperbole to say that changed my life. It truly, truly did in so many ways. I'd never done a job for the BBC at that stage. Not even, I'd auditioned a lot for the BBC. I'd never even done like a small part in a costume drama or anything. So to be given like a co-lead and something like that, which was so clearly well formed, and the scripts were incredible, and it was ambitious to tell a story like that set in that part of the world and not involve the other things that part of the world's famous for. And a role, like I was only being seen for sort of, boyfriend, fodder kind of roles at that stage because of I'd had my photograph taken for a living. So they're like, well, fuck, he can't act. He's just got to do. And then to have something that was really like a serious part, I remember thinking at the time, if this goes, if I don't fuck this up, this is going to be a good thing. And it changed everything for me, yeah.